When most people think of America's beauty, their minds instantly jump to massive skylines, New York's steel towers, Los Angeles's palm-lined boulevards, Chicago's lakeside skyline. But the truth is, America's real gems aren't always in its busiest cities. Sometimes, the places that steal your breath away are hidden far from the rush, in quiet valleys, along rugged coastlines, or tucked into the mountains where life moves at its own pace. This is where small towns come in. These aren't just sleepy places with a gas station and a main street. They're vibrant, stunning, and packed with history, culture, and nature. They're towns where people don't just visit for a weekend, they settle down, raise families, and live lives that feel like a postcard every single day. And today, we're ranking the top 10 most beautiful small towns to live in the USA for 2025. Not just based on how good they look in photographs, but also on statistics, safety, livability, happiness, affordability, and that hard-to-define charm that makes a place unforgettable. Some of these towns are famous, others are hidden secrets. And the number one spot? Most Americans have never even set foot there. Let's dive in. Number 10, Leavenworth, Washington. Picture this, you drive into the Cascade Mountains of Washington State, and suddenly the landscape changes. Timber-framed buildings, flower boxes spilling with color, Bavarian-style rooftops, it looks like a European village was dropped straight into the American West. This is Leavenworth, a small town of about 2,400 people, and one of the most unique communities in the country. Leavenworth is more than just kitsch charm. Its setting is breathtaking, surrounded by pine-covered mountains that glow golden in the autumn and white in the winter. The town thrives on seasonal festivals, Oktoberfest, a Christmas lighting ceremony that transforms the streets into a winter wonderland, and music festivals in the summer. Statistics back up its livability. High tourism revenue supports local businesses, crime rates remain low, and the community ranks high in happiness surveys for small towns in Washington. Leavenworth feels like stepping into another world. But as magical as it is, the next town offers beauty that's pure Americana, where the ocean crashes into rugged cliffs. Number 9, Bar Harbor, Maine. If you're looking for the meeting point between untamed nature and small-town charm, Bar Harbor, Maine, has you covered. Sitting right on Mount Desert Island, it's the gateway to Acadia National Park, a place where granite peaks meet dense forests and the Atlantic Ocean crashes against the shore. Bar Harbor itself is cozy and picturesque, with a harbor dotted by sailboats and lighthouses standing guard along the coast. Downtown is filled with small shops, lobster shacks, and art galleries. It's the kind of place where mornings begin with fog lifting off the ocean and evenings end with fresh seafood on the waterfront. On paper, Bar Harbor scores high in safety and outdoor recreation. It's also one of the top-rated small towns in the United States for livability, thanks to its strong sense of community and steady economy fueled by tourism and seasonal visitors. But while Bar Harbor gives you ocean breezes and salty air, our next town trades the coastline for Smoky Mountain mist. Number 8, Gatlinburg, Tennessee. In the heart of the Smoky Mountains lies Gatlinburg, Tennessee, a town that looks like it was made for postcards. Wooden cabins line winding roads, mountain streams cut through the valleys, and the backdrop is always the blue haze of the Great Smokies. Gatlinburg is famous as the gateway to Great Smoky Mountains National Park, the most visited national park in the entire U.S. That means hiking trails, waterfalls, and panoramic views are minutes away from downtown. But the town itself is just as captivating, a mix of rustic cabins, cozy lodges, and family-owned shops. Statistically, Gatlinburg shines in affordability compared to other mountain towns. Property values remain lower than ski resorts out west, yet the quality of life is high, thanks to tourism revenue and a strong hospitality industry. But if Gatlinburg offers Appalachian charm, the next town takes mountain beauty to a whole new altitude. Number 7, Telluride, Colorado. Tucked deep into a box canyon in the San Juan Mountains, Telluride feels like a hidden fortress. Once a mining town, it is transformed into one of America's premier mountain getaways. Its streets are lined with Victorian-era houses, its festivals attract world-class artists, and its ski slopes draw adventurers from around the globe. The scenery? Unreal. Jagged peaks rise on all sides, waterfalls tumble from cliffs, and in fall, golden aspens paint the landscape. At just over 2,500 residents, Telluride is small but full of life. Telluride ranks high in outdoor lifestyle indexes and wellness ratings. It's not the cheapest place to live, but for those who can afford it, the beauty to livability ratio is hard to beat. But not everyone wants mountains. Some crave history, oak-lined streets, and southern charm, and our next town delivers exactly that. Number 6, Beaufort, South Carolina. Beaufort is a southern masterpiece. Tucked along the South Carolina coast, it's a town where antebellum mansions sit beneath moss-draped oak trees, and the waterfront is always just a few steps away. Walking through Beaufort feels like stepping back in time, but without losing touch with modern comfort. Its historic district is one of the best preserved in the country, and its residents are fiercely proud of their heritage. From a livability perspective, Beaufort scores well on safety, community engagement, and affordability compared to nearby coastal towns like Charleston. Its mild climate also makes it attractive for retirees and families looking for slower, picturesque living. But from the mossy south, we head west into a place where beauty is carved into red rock. Quick question, if you could pack up and move to any small town in America, which one would it be? Drop it in the comments, I'd love to see what everyone says. Number 5, Sedona, Arizona. Few places in America can compete with Sedona's raw, natural beauty. Surrounded by towering red sandstone formations, Sedona glows at sunrise and sunset when the rocks ignite in shades of orange and crimson. It's a town where the desert feels alive. Sedona is more than scenery, it's a hub for wellness, art, and spirituality. Galleries line the streets, yoga retreats dot the hills, and stargazing is a way of life thanks to the area's dark sky protections. Statistically, Sedona ranks among the top in climate appeal, outdoor activity access, and wellness tourism. Its population is small, but its cultural footprint is huge. Yet from the deserts of Arizona, we shift to the rolling hills of the Midwest for our next hidden gem. Number 4, Galena, Illinois. Galena, Illinois, is like a time capsule. Most of its buildings date back to the 19th century, preserved in brick and stone. Main Street winds through town with shops, restaurants, and historic sites, while rolling hills surround it in every direction. The town has fewer than 3,500 people, but it welcomes thousands of visitors every year drawn to its charm and slower pace of life. It's affordable compared to many coastal destinations, and it offers a high community satisfaction score, especially among families and retirees. But if Galena is all about history, the next town is all about wilderness and adventure. Number 3, Hood River, Oregon. On the banks of the Columbia River Gorge lies Hood River, Oregon, a paradise for outdoor lovers. With mountains on one side and the river on the other, it's a playground for hikers, windsurfers, and skiers. Vineyards and orchards stretch for miles, making the town as bountiful as it is beautiful. Hood River consistently ranks high in sustainability, outdoor recreation, and happiness indexes. Its size, just over 8,000 residents, makes it big enough to thrive but small enough to stay personal. But as charming as the Pacific Northwest is, New England still holds one of the most iconic small towns in America. Quick reminder, if you love discovering new places in America, consider subscribing so you don't miss the next ranking. Number 2, Woodstock, Vermont. If you've ever seen a postcard of New England in autumn, covered bridges, fiery orange leaves, white steeples rising above cozy houses, there's a good chance it was taken in Woodstock. This town is the definition of quaint, with farms, green commons, and a sense of tradition that feels untouched by time. It's not just pretty, it's livable, with strong community safety scores, low crime, and a focus on family-friendly living. Woodstock ranks high in scenic indexes and is frequently called one of the best small towns in America to retire. But as perfect as it is, our number 1 pick takes beauty to an entirely different level, where mountains dominate every view. Number 1, Jackson, Wyoming. Jackson is more than a town, it's a gateway to 2 of America's most incredible national parks, Grand Teton and Yellowstone. Every street offers a view that feels like a painting, from snow-capped peaks to wide valleys where herds of elk roam. The town itself has Western-style wooden storefronts, a vibrant art scene, and a welcoming community of just over 10,000 people. Statistically, Jackson tops outdoor recreation rankings, wellness scores, and overall happiness ratings. It's not cheap, living here comes with a premium price, but the payoff is waking up every day in one of the most breathtaking settings on earth. Jackson proves that beauty isn't just about appearances, it's about lifestyle, connection to nature, and the feeling that you're living in a place people travel the world to see. Conclusion. From Bavarian-style villages in Washington to desert sanctuaries in Arizona, America's small towns prove that beauty is everywhere, not just in skyscrapers or crowded streets. Each town on this list offers not just scenery, but a way of life that blends charm, safety, and livability. But remember, beauty is subjective. Maybe your favorite small town didn't make the cut. So tell me, what small town do you think is the most beautiful place to live in America? Drop your answer in the comments, and maybe it'll be in our next ranking.